So the cosmos has 4 basic levels that can be used for the purpose of attaining awakening and eventually liberation from suffering. These 4 levels are also used for healing purposes, and we are constantly in contact with them. They are part of our everyday life, whether we realize it or not. The first level is the molecular level, the physical, the atoms. This level can be used to move towards awakening and towards enlightenment. For example, if you do a fasting and you purify your body, at that moment you are working at that level, at the molecular level. If you take a psychedelic like a mushroom or LSD, you're also using molecules to alter the mind and allow you to get a glimpse of the ultimate reality. These mushrooms and other psychedelic substances have been used for millennia to attain awakening. Then there is a second level that is more subtle and pertains energy. The energy or chi that is in the body and is part of the astral body is what composes the astral body. This chi, this energy, can be used also to attain awakening. You can use different methods like qigong, tai chi, pranayams, kundalini yoga to eventually raise the kundalini energy, which is chi, towards the brain and wake up centers and have a glimpse again of the infinite. There is a third level when you work with your belief system, with the ideas that conform your mind. Your belief system has many beliefs about the world, life, politics, and also, most importantly, beliefs about you. When you begin to work in this belief system, you can make fast progress towards awakening, because it is this belief system, its inefficiencies, its lies, its distortions, what are keeping you from waking up, especially the ideas that you have about you, whether they are positive or they are negative. If they are negative, they are a greater obstacle than if they are positive. But even positive beliefs about you can be an obstacle to attain awakening, and they need to be seen through. So here is a third level, more subtle than energy, more subtle than molecules, which we could call it the level of the mind, the level of ideas. In the Indian scriptures has been the causal level. Causal comes from the word cause, which means that They are the cause of the universe. They are the foundation of the universe. Because as above, so beneath. That's the Hermetic principle. So what is happening in the macro universe is happening in your micro universe. If you find the mysteries, if you discover the truth in your micro universe, you also discover the truth of the macro universe, because as above, so beneath. And finally, there is a fourth level, and this level, very few people really work today in this planet at this level. Very few. Very few take it seriously. Very few even know is there. Very few have gotten a glimpse of it. So I'm talking about consciousness. I'm talking about that which is perceiving the other three levels. And consciousness is the most subtle of all four. How subtle it is? Well, it is so subtle, in fact, that doesn't have a form. Neither is a vibration. Consciousness simply is. But consciousness is, in fact, out of these four, is the most powerful. This is the one, this is the level that can really free you, that most likely will really free you. The most subtle and the most powerful. When you begin to work at this level, you are progressing very fast. And that's why we have so few people that are enlightened in this world, because very few do the type of work that is really effective, which is working directly with consciousness, with awareness. Awareness is, as I said, formless. It's also non-dual. It's not positive or negative like all the other levels, that every object in the previous levels can be positive or negative. If you have a substance, it can be a poison or it can be a healing substance, and in between. If you have energy, the energy can be positive or it can be negative. We all know how it feels to be around people that have a lot of energy, but it's negative energy, right? And then you have thoughts or ideas. Again, you can have very positive ideas about you and life. Life is beautiful, is a very positive idea about life. I am a good person. It's a positive idea about you. And negative ideas is life sucks and I'm a bad person. But when it comes to consciousness, consciousness is the perceiving, the consciousnessing of the world, the consciousnessing of all these three levels. And consciousness does not have form and does not have polarities. So it's not positive nor negative. And as I said, consciousness is the most powerful of these four. So work directly with consciousness if you want to make it in this lifetime. So there are certain traditions, spiritual traditions, that work directly with consciousness. Most of them don't. They work with energy, they work with thought, thinking, changing your belief system, and they work with molecules, like shamanism. But there are some that work directly with consciousness, yes. And I'm talking about Advaita, or non-duality. So again, work directly with consciousness. At the Institute, we offer a course in psychology of consciousness. It's the psychology and the exercises that lead to consciousness, to the realization, the awakening, that you are consciousness. You can also consider the awakening protocol that we have at the Institute, which is a protocol, a systematic session that leads you to realize that you're not so and so, that you are consciousness, undifferentiated consciousness. Consciousness is never differentiated because it has no form. See, even thought has form. You can have one thought, another thought, or ideas, and you can discern them, you can distinguish them. This is one idea and is different than this idea. Why? Because they have a form. Without form, you cannot separate them. Consciousness does not have form. Therefore, the consciousness that is looking through your eyes right now and the consciousness that is looking through these eyes right now are the same consciousness. Because consciousness doesn't have form. It's like having the still water in different containers. Doesn't matter the shape or the color of the containers. The still water is just the still water. Similarly, there are trillions or quadrillions of mind-body systems throughout the universe, from plants to animals to human beings and so on. Through each one of them, there is consciousness, there is perception, there is the perceiving, there is the consciousnessing of the environment. That is undifferentiated. It doesn't make any sense to say my consciousness. That's stupid. You cannot say my consciousness. How do you know that it's yours? If it has no form, are you going to put your name there? So, okay. But there is consciousness looking through your mind-body organism, of course. That's what we all are. So I hope this helps you to move towards awakening and then towards embodying the awakening so that you reach liberation. Good luck. And look for the next part of this series to learn how to identify consciousness in your experience through a method called Hakalau. You will see it's very easy. Then you will be able to notice in your own experience that consciousness is here. That is not an abstraction. It's something very concrete and practical. It's present in your mind-body organism. Without it, nothing has any meaning, because that is life itself.